Currently, we're looking at the shortwave visible satellite imagery of the circulation of what will be tropical storm and or Hurricane Helene by this time tomorrow night. By Tuesday evening, we will have a strong tropical storm in our hands. And this is where we're having a low-level circulation now starting to form. Look at that. Yep, this could be the mid-level circulation, but most likely this is the low-level circulation associated with Helene. There it is right here. And it's a little further east than some of the models we're forecasting, which I think is good news, because then it means that areas like Panama City and Mexico Beach might be spared the worst. Right now, this is where the center of circulation is. So now let's look at the models for Helene. Current models shows a developing system. Looks like a tropical storm, shows 996 millibar low, embedded in a bunch of storms around 18Z Monday. So this is showing around 6 p.m. this afternoon, showing 996. Same time on Tuesday, showing a strong tropical storm, maybe a low-end hurricane, but most likely a strong tropical storm, 982 millibars. But by Wednesday morning, showing a 964 millibar low. I think the low is overdoing it a little bit, as this is clearly showing barely hurricane force winds, so maybe a strong tropical storm, minimal hurricane. However, by the same time, Thursday morning, around 5 a.m. Thursday, we're having a major hurricane on our hands. Look at that, 915 millibars. However, I think it'll be around 920 to 930 millibars. I think this is overdoing it a little bit. However, water temperatures are about 2 degrees warmer than when Michael went over the same waters 6 years earlier, showing 144.4 knot winds. That is Category 5. 912.8 millibars, winds 138.9 knots, so marginal Category 5. I think landfall will occur as a high-end Category 4 hurricane, maybe Category 5, but, you know, that's not 100% right now. Somewhere between Apalachicola and Ecofina River State Park, which is right around here. So landfall in this region. If trends go further west, then once again, Panama City, Mexico Beach will be under the line of fire. I would definitely watch it if I were you. Even in Pensacola, I would watch this. I would watch all of the, like, if you're in Pensacola, I would watch this, because the system could go further west. But most models are showing landfall in this general area. So if you're in Ecofina River State Park, I would leave. Like, I would leave in the next 24 to 36 hours just to be safe. Looking at the sea surface temperatures in the Gulf right now, water temperatures are again 2 degrees warmer than when Michael went over. Because when Michael happened in the beginning of October, water temperatures were between 28 and 29 degrees Celsius, so between here and here. This is what the water temperatures were like when Michael happened. The warmest waters here are around 30 degrees Celsius. Keep in mind, the water temperatures now are around 30 degrees Celsius throughout this area, with areas between Mexico, between Yucatan and the tip of Cuba, around 31 degrees Celsius. That is around 87 degrees. So water temperatures in this area are from 86 to 87, and here the coolest part are around 84 degrees. So still very conducive for tropical development, right up to the point of landfall. Even this area, the coldest water from that cold current running down the east coast of Georgia and Florida, the coldest waters are 26.5 degrees, which is still marginally warm enough for tropical development. Again, this is the satellite imagery. There is now starting to be a low-level circulation that is now being shown on the shortwave infrared. Yeah, see, the center of circulation was embedded in the convection, And now the convection is starting to break apart. So now what you're having is, you're having an upper level circulation I do believe in the next few hours another blow up of convection is likely around the center circulation, considering that one, wind shear is weak, there's a lack of dry air, and water temperatures are almost 90 degrees. So all those factors at play will mean that there's going to be explosive development. So where is landfall most likely? Landfall is most likely, as I said, between Apalachicola and the Ecofania River State Park. So now the NAM 3km is starting to come in. There you go, 998 millibars. Yeah, it looks like the center circulation is still way to the south. So this is showing this is not good. The fact that the pressures are that low in a storm somewhere down here, this is going to be one heck of a system. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm waiting for the college page to load. When I'm using the school's Wi-Fi, it doesn't work because the school doesn't really use that website. All right. Would you look at that? European is showing a hurricane forming in the Gulf in October, around the same time as Michael. And considering that the NAO is negative, this could mean a storm that's going up the East Coast like that. Or that's just one model. Let's now look at the tropical tidbits. Let's look at current storms. 97L. So this is the current track. I would say now it's a little further east, somewhere around here. Based on what I'm seeing here, visible satellite imagery, between 80 and 81 degrees west, which means this would place a center of circulation somewhere, let me try to find it, so around 17 degrees. Okay, so between yeah, looks like, okay, so it looks like 17, 18, so somewhere around here. This is where the central circulation is. It's going to go north and east. It looks like this means it might go a little further east now. Yeah. So the central circulation is about here. That's about where the central circulation is currently, as of 4:53 a.m. All right. That's the mid-level circulation. Surface circulation could also be down here too. All right. Let's go to current storm. And this is what I think is going to happen. I think by 24 hours out, we'll probably be around here. And then we will likely rapidly intensify. And then, there might be some meandering because of eye-wall replacement cycle. But I think a Category 5 is not out of the question. I think this model right here is definitely trying to show it. The ship model is definitely trying. It's the model that's most accurate, I would say, based on the water temperatures. I do believe that rapid intensification is very likely, based on the water temperatures, the lack of wind shear forecasts in the Gulf, and the fact that the system will have about 24 to 36 hours in the Gulf. Still, that isn't that much time, but based on the very favorable conditions in the Gulf, rapid intensification is very likely. And I've dubbed this storm to be like a Michael 2.0. A lot of my friends in the meteorology community are also saying the same thing, that this looks like a Michael 2.0. And not only that, but water temperatures are actually warmer by several degrees compared to when Michael struck. So, but why don't I think it's going to be stronger than Michael? Is because the system is going to be moving a little bit faster, and there's going to be an interaction with a cold front, which could give it some shear towards the very end, which could perhaps maybe mean a landfall as a strong Category 4 instead of a mid-end Category 5. So I'm currently putting my bets on a Category 4 landfall with a slight potential of a Category 5. Can't be ruled out, but I'm not putting all my bets on that right now. I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'm going to say there's going to be a major hurricane. As of right now, it looks to be impacting not a very populated area, which is good. And let's hope it stays that way. And I will be live streaming on Thursday for Helene after class. So as soon as my class is over, I will be live streaming this on TikTok and on YouTube. However, I think most likely I'll be doing it on TikTok, as that's where I'll probably get more views and reach out to more people. All right, so this is not the center circulation as I had thought earlier. Center circulation looks to be around here. Looks like convection is trying to form around the center. However, it is very disorganized. In fact, it kind of looks like a coastal storm right now. So that's good. You know, it is disorganized right now. While there is a low-level circulation trying to form, Invest 97L is currently disorganized. And I expect landfall to occur between midday Thursday and midnight on Thursday. So between hours of noon and midnight on Thursdays when landfall will most likely occur. Keep in mind, throughout the day Thursday, the storm will be accelerating, will be moving faster and faster. Thursday morning, I expect a forward momentum of about 18 miles per hour, of maybe 15 initially, with a time around landfall, a forward momentum of around 20 miles per hour. So it will definitely be hauling. It will be moving very quickly towards the north-northeast, as it will be pulled north by an upper-level low to the west, kind of like the 1938 New England hurricane, which got accelerated up the coast. In the same manner, I expect an upper-level low that will be forced south by the very powerful Greenland block to pull Helene north into the Florida Panhandle at a very high rate of speed. All right, so let's look at the projected path again. So here's some models right here showing between 940 and 950, some of the GFS ensembles. Usually the GFS does not do that well with rapid intensification, but as you near the coast, you'll likely be intensifying. So I think a landfall of around between 920 and 930 is pretty likely. And here are some models showing worst case scenario going right into Mexico Beach and Panama City. Thankfully, most models do have it veering further east into around the Apalachicola and the Ecofina River State Park, right at the Panhandle, right in the Big Bend area. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will make another update later this evening.